to send us questions to be asked to the candidates. We have a pool of questions. Out of those pool questions, the candidates will pick 2 questions each and will have 2 minutes to answer that question, and all the other 2 candidates will have 1 minute each to reply back on the same question. I will request presidential candidates Dr. Lubna Naeem, Dr. Suhail Khan, and Dr. Rizwan Khalid to join us on the stage. Quiet, please.
Dr. Lubna, please join us on the stage.
Questions are already asked by email. We sent the email 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we asked for the questions. Questions came.
Sorry for that.
Dr. Lubna Naeem, are you
Dr.
in
Lubna
the
Naeem,
hall?
please join us.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Who is the first?
Rizwan.
I will request Dr. Rizwan Khalid. May I have the attention, please? If you want to talk, please go out of the hall so we can start this debate. I'll request the members, please go out of the hall if they want to talk, or please take a seat and listen. May I have the attention, please?
I think if this happens, then
I'll request the members either please take the seat or please go out of the hall to talk. Thank you. May I request the group on this side, please stop talking, either take a seat. Thank you. I will invite now Dr. Rizwan Khalid for an opening remark. We have allotted 3 minutes each to each candidate. Dr. Rizwan Khalid. Yeah, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Can everybody hear me? Mic is not working.
करीब हो जाओ.
Can everybody hear me now?
Please take this one.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Can everybody hear me now? Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Rizwan Khalid, and I welcome you all to APPNA's 42nd Summer Convention. I am an AQ graduate and work as an associate professor at KCUMB in Missouri. I'm an interventional cardiologist and cardiac electrophysiologist in Kansas as well. I have been serving as a secretary in 2017, and I'm running for president-elect of APPNA. I have served APPNA since I became a member in 2004, and very actively since 2005. I have served in numerous committees, I've chaired committees, co-chaired committees, but my passion has always been working for young physicians and social welfare, as well as working for research and academics. I was the core member of the team that worked during the earthquake in 2005 till 2005 during the 2005 to 2008 during the developmental phase. I have done numerous seminars for young physicians in the US as well as in Pakistan and mentored over 700 or even more young physicians from Pakistan. Also, what I have done is that as a secretary, we were very active as far as advocacy for young physicians was concerned. I would also, my aim in APPNA is numerous fold. One of the things that I want to do is to improve governance. We also want to not only just improve governance, we want to improve telemedicine, we want to improve, apologize. We want to create a lot of programs for early young physicians that have passed out in the last 15 years. We want to improve the academic footprint of APPNA. We want to improve the social welfare projects in APPNA, as well as improving the communities and working for communities here in the US. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rizwan. Now I will invite Dr. Sohail Khan for 3 minutes for opening remarks. Thank you, Sohail.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Really appreciate the opportunity. I've been in front of you before, and I'm here again. APPNA is extremely dear to us. मैंने एक शेर पहले भी कहा था, मोहब्बतों ने सभी रुतों में अज़ाब देखे, गिरफ्ता दिल घायल अंधलीब गुलाब देखे. तो हमें अंधलीब पे काम करना है. बहुत मोहब्बतें हैं इस हॉल में, लेकिन we are breaking apart. Lack of processes, lack of direction in APPNA, that is our major problem. Leadership only grows because you have to align the leadership with your direction. कल खालिद रियाज एक कंडक्ट कर रहे थे मीटिंग, उसमें उन्होंने पूछा कि भाई क्या डायरेक्शन है इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की, 5 साल, 10 साल, 20 साल, कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं है. I think we have a problem. We need to have our constitution and bylaws redone by a third party, independent, free from board of trustees or from the executive committee, where the input is from everyone, taken, let the experts decide what they want to, help us find the best thing with a 90% consensus document. That's what we need, that's what will take us further. लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कि तुम क्यों खड़े हो प्रेसिडेंट के लिए? I've been a worker for this organization for 25 years. ठीक है, पहले जब मैं रेजिडेंट था, मैं आता था यहाँ पे, हम रिश्तों के लिए भी आए देखने. That was a important aspect of our organization. यहाँ हमारे बच्चे आते हैं मिलने जुलने दूसरों से, हम आते हैं अपने दोस्तों से मिलने. APPNA has to be very strong on a 3-pronged approach. One is our meeting together and respect for each other. Second one has to be strong educational programs. And third is our philanthropy. And we can do this. We have been doing this, sometimes less than more, but we can develop all of this very, very strong. And I can do it. I have the track record to do it. I know how to build up finances. I've done it in local chapters. I've built institutions in APPNA, in local chapter, in Dogana. ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बैलेटिंग जो आज आप देखते हैं यहाँ पे, 925 members थे दुगाना में, and it was very difficult to get this through because we did not have emails for everyone. But we found a hybrid system. Thank you very much.
I will invite now Dr. Lubna Naeem for her 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor to stand before you. I'm a practicing internist for over 2 decades, and for about the same time, I've acted as a service leader and can humbly claim more than 10,000 community and public health service hours under my belt, mostly focused on the issues of women and children and healthcare advocacy. Among many recognitions close to my heart are the President Obama Award for Outstanding Volunteer Services, APPI Award for Dedication to Community Health, raising funds for APPNA Mobile Clinic, South Texas Leadership Award, bridging the health disparities of Hispanic population. For a complete list of work, please reference my flyers being distributed this week. When we talk about organizational impact and traits, we talk about mission and values. APPNA stands for Pakistani American physicians dedicated to supporting scientific development and education in medicine and delivering better health care regardless of race, creed, and gender. Are we in line with our vision and mission statement? Are our vision and strategy aligned with the changing medical and political environment? Through my grassroots leadership experience, I've recognized APPNA's 2 major challenges and clear-cut solutions. Number 1, the focus has shifted from our core values to the politics of proxy issues. Number 2, lack of truly being a member-driven organization, therefore lack of recognition of APPNA in the US national scene. To promote our mission, we will ensure direct liaison with the United States Surgeon General's office and adopt priority public health initiatives at the chapter levels to promote health of US citizens. Number 2, be a stakeholder in American medical national scene and healthcare reforms and advocacy. To promote our governance, we will provide equal opportunity for women physicians to represent in all governance strata and to provide equal opportunity performance-oriented structure for the committees. Empower component societies by creating a harmony with APPNA cable, projects, and profit sharing. Cable and governance mirrors our mission and core values and the law of land. Have experts develop updated roadmap and benchmarks consistent with similar physician organizations, increase opportunities of mentoring young physicians, and finally, we must increase valued benefits to younger practitioners to help improve their practices. The paradigm needs to be shifted. When our juniors see that we care about their professional development, that we care about our communities, they will join us in flocks. And that is the most successful thing we can do for our organization. It has been a privilege to serve you as a treasurer, as a secretary, and I'm humbly requesting you to vote for me as a president, and I'm eager to serve you as a president-elect. Thank you.
Now we'll start. Please, no comments. Thank you so much. We'll start the questions. This year, we have gathered the questions from general membership. We sent an email, e-blast, and received very good questions to be asked to our candidates. We have created a pool questions to be unbiased. I will ask the candidate to pick a question out of these envelopes, and that question will be answered by that candidate, and then we'll give 1 minute each to the rest of the 2 candidates to take their view on that specific question. So I will request Dr. Rizwan Khalid to please pick up a question and have a podium here. Please give it to Dr. The candidates will have 2 minutes to answer the question.
Thank you, Shushabat. The first question for Dr. Rizwan Khalid is, what mechanism you propose to resolve internal conflicts in APPNA as an organization? This question was sent by Ghulam Abbas. Thank you.
I strongly believe that internal conflict this is a failure of internal conflict mechanism, what we saw earlier today. I think our board of trustees and the mechanism should be very, very clear and should be listed in the bylaws, and accountability should be held. In addition to that, I pledge that if I'm elected as an officer of this organization, I will never, ever sue APPNA. This is very, very important. We should be able to solve our differences within the organization without going to the courts. We have senior leadership here. We have so many past presidents. Why cannot they intervene and create a mechanism? So I believe it is a failure of senior leadership. I think it's a failure of internal conflict resolution mechanism, and we should strengthen those, which should be either in the cable, and we can get experts to help us with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rizwan. Sohail, please come to the podium for your take on this question.
Dr. Sohail Khan, you have 1 minute to answer this.
Thank you very much. Conflict resolution is not new to APPNA. It's been going on for many, many years, and we have seen a lot of turmoil within the organization. Last year, the same question was asked to me, and I was the first one to hug Shahid Rashid. I fulfilled my promise, and I signed a release and settled the issue out of court with him. Similarly, I advocate, I've been a victim to that. I understand it very well. There is no need for us to be going out of courts. We can resolve each and every matter by a vote. Democracy. We have to respect democracy. Let the vote happen. Let the people decide. Majority wins. We may not like current administration, but that is our president. We respect him because he's our president, irrespective. Thank you.
Dr. Lubna Naeem, please.
Thank you. Being a physician organization, I do believe that this organization needs to reflect the conflict resolution process which mirrors a professional organization. I was looking at the ethics and grievance policy, their processes. There needs to be a lot of room of improvement which needs to be done as soon as possible. If there's not due diligence, we do not have the process of due diligence, if there are no room for negotiations, having both the parties involved, if there are unilateral decisions, unfortunately, we will see these kind of consequences. So we need to work on the internal mechanism of conflict of resolution, which is consistent. We need to follow the other organizations. These are the models of successes. Let's just, when we are working on the cable, on governance, so let's just, have experts guide us and develop those conflict of resolution policies. Thank you.
Next question is for Dr. Sohail Khan. I will request him to come to the podium and pick a question, and Dr. Umar Atiq will ask this question to him.
Sohail, how can APPNA be brought to solid financial footings with clear boundaries for budgeting and expenses?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me that question. I was treasurer for APPNA. I have a lot of experience. When I presented the budgets, I did not present it as Sohail Khan presenting the budget, but rather as finance committee presenting the budget. I had 22 people looking at it in and out. Similarly, when I was president of the Ghana, I did compilation for 7 years of the Ghana funds. There was a question raised by a member, very senior member, of bungling of funds within the organization. We did audits for the last 5 years. Prior to that, 7 years compilation, bookkeeping. Similar practices are brought to PPS. When I was president, I have a very, very strong and savvy record of keeping things organized, keeping things together. For the finances, I have a very key eye to look at things. I have done organizational things where I've brought in revenues, I think APPNA can generate enormous amount of revenues. We have not even touched the surface of things that we can bring to APPNA. This is nothing. We can develop institutions. We can bring a lot more organization to this organization without having members be charged unnecessary and excessive amounts of monies that I call port barrel spending that we are doing. We can stop those and bring the organization to a totally different level where we have very strong philanthropic work, we have very strong educational work that we should be known for. We can deliver things for our community here and in Pakistan. We thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I will invite Dr. Lubna Naeem for 1 minute for her take on this question. Thank you.
Thank you. The question probably has two parts in it. How can APPNA be brought to solid financial footings? This is something I say over and over again. 2/3 of our income source are the meeting profits, and less than 1/3 of the income source are the members. What does that tell us about our organization? This organization is not a member-driven organization. We need to have 2/3 of our income from the members and less than 1/3 from the meetings. I'm not saying we should not be social enough. We have already achieved that landmark of being a great social organization. But what we are lacking is being a member-driven organization. So we need to work on the valued benefits for our young practitioners, young physicians, providing H1, some kind of a career portal, some kind of professional development help. Why should they come to our meetings and join us? So regarding the budgeting, to me, the meetings are the big expenditure items, and all the meetings should be budgeted. If we are not budgeting our meetings, the other $10,000, $20,000 that we request for BOT to give permission on, that really is kind of besides the point. So entire meetings should be budgeted. Thank you.
Same question, and Dr. Rizwan Khalid for 1 minute.
The question was, how can you balance budget and operative expenses? First of all, what has happened, one of the things that happened is no audits. Financial transparency in every organization is very, very important. If we were auditing this, we would have never reached to this point. So that is number one, and I'm very glad the council passed that. Number two, to increase our financial health, we should work on corporate sponsorship. When I was the secretary, part of the team, we were able to get a large corporate sponsorship from ZT Wealth, which was over like hundreds and thousands of dollars that really helped us in moving our agenda forward. Meetings are a big revenue for us. All of us should have made an effort to improve the summer meeting. There were people that were trying to make a meeting fail. They do not know that our biggest revenue comes from our summer meeting. We would also need to work on endowments and provide value for our memberships. Thank you very much.
Next question. This will be to Dr. Lubna Naeem first. Please, pick up a question here.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Lubna Naeem. The question is, will you emphasize your 3 top priorities in serving APPNA in a leadership role for the next year?
My passion is going out to the communities and improving the well-being of the communities. As I said in my opening statement, we will ensure that we have direct liaison with the United States Surgeon General Office and adopt priority public health initiatives at the chapter levels to promote health of the US citizens. Number 2, be a stakeholder in American medical national scene and healthcare reforms and advocacy. And then, number 3, which probably in turn is very important, is working on the governance. We have a lot of room for improvement, and we know the burning issues of the cable and the governance. Very important, the cable and the governance must mirror our mission and core values and the law of land. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Naeem. Now, Dr. Rizwan Khalid, 1 minute to answer the same question or your take on this question.
Dr. Rizwan Khalid, same question. Will you emphasize your 3 top priorities in serving APPNA in a leadership role to come?
The amount of work is much more than 3, but I will tell you the 3 priorities. Number 1, we call ourselves a professional organization. Maybe we should start acting like one. And that is, I think, the single most important thing. Professionalism, developing professionalism and enhancing young leadership within APPNA. Also, increasing our membership. How are we going to increase our membership unless we don't add value to membership? So we have to add value not only for our own graduates from Pakistan, but also to North American graduates, health missions, board review courses. There are a number of things that we can do together to increase our membership. The other thing is to increase the academic footprint of APPNA and significantly improve the governance of APPNA. It is a failure of our governance that has led to us at this point in time. Thank you.
Dr. Suhail Khan, 1 minute, your take on the same question.
I apologize, I don't have 3 priorities, at least 7 or 8. But empowering young is very, very important. We need to bring the young blood into APPNA. Expand educational programs, reimburse alumni and chapters, transform APPNA free clinics to really 24/7 servicing clinics, democracy. Most important of all is bring respect for each other. And respect is what is going to get us through. I have a proven track record. I think I can bring these things that I'm talking about. The priorities, cable, getting it done in a consensual manner, it would need some time. I know how to do that. I will be sharing with you the roadmap for it. It is not me, but I have done some research, and I will want to share that with you. Please look out for it. Thank you.
Because of time constraint, we have to finish by 5. I will now thank you to all the president-elect candidates, and will request candidates for secretary, Dr. Durrani, and
Closing statement.
oh, sorry, I forgot one. We'll offer them 1 minute each for their concluding remarks, and we'll go in the same way. Dr. Rizwan Khalid first. Thank you for reminding.
Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I present myself as a candidate with the longest service record amongst all the candidates to Central APPNA. I'm passionate to serve. I want to bring a young leadership and a fresh perspective to APPNA, which includes improving governance. I am non-political and will only serve the organization. I'm trustworthy and do not believe in status quo. I'm not a candidate that you need to support if you want to continue the way APPNA is going right now. There are better candidates that you can support. I will always challenge the status quo and improve the organization. So I will humbly request that you look at my website, rizwankhalid.com, and please give young leadership with a fresh perspective a chance in this organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rizwan. Now, Dr. Suhail Khan for 1 minute for the concluding remarks. Thank you.
Thank you again. I want your trust, and I will not let you down. I get upset, emotional about it. This organization that I came to serve. We are where we are, but we have to move forward. We will, with your help, I will bring to the table all of those things that I'm talking about. These are things that I'm very passionate about, and I'm running because I see all this happening here, not because I just want to be a president of this organization and I am a political person. I know how to deliver things. I've been in politics for 40 years, from day one that I joined medical school. Yes, we can. We have done it in PPS, we have done it in Dogana, we will do it in APPNA. And yes, we will. Thank you.
Dr. Lumna Naeem.
Like most of you, we came to United States for an opportunity to acquire the best practices and get the best possible medical education and be the best doctors and be part of American legacy. It's time we build bridges with the power of service and compassion. Our world is in need for more people who do things for the pure sake of helping one another. And we are in desperate need for such unity, and we are counting on you. John F. Kennedy once said, efforts and courage are just not enough without a purpose and a direction. We hope the direction of coming together, collaboration, and volunteer will influence to bring that positive and productive change. In fact, the members are the true organizational leaders who help us pave our way to the future. Throughout this time, I ask you to stay engaged, stay proactive, and help us shape and develop APPNA into an institutional legacy. Thank you.
Now I'll invite candidates for secretary position, Dr. Durrani and Dr. Aftab Khan. The same format, we are offering 3 minutes each to both candidates for their opening remarks. I will invite Dr. Aftab Khan first to please come to the podium for the opening remarks. Thank you.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। ये अपना हमारा सपना है, ये अपना हमारा सपना है, ये सपना हमारा अपना है। My friends, there is no I in APPNA. There is no I in democracy. Working alone, we cannot make APPNA better. But working together, we will make APPNA even better. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be your treasurer this year. In the beginning of the year, we have promised we'll bring financial transparency and accountability in APPNA. With the help of my team, we are able to create a portal for APPNA members where they can log in and review quarterly financial reports. My friends, this is a new beginning. This is a new gold standard for APPNA. I'm proud of my team, and you should be proud of them. This year, I'm running for the position of APPNA Secretary. I need your vote, I need your support to be the best secretary APPNA has ever elected. Once elected, I'll create a calendar of my meetings for the whole year. I'll guide my president to conduct the meetings according to the Constitution and bylaws of APPNA. Meetings can be and will be called if requested by most of the committee members. I'll guide my president to prepare the agenda for the meetings. I'll take the minutes of the meeting and submit them for approval promptly. Once approved, these meeting minutes will be available for your review on APPNA website. This will give you an opportunity to take ownership of your association, participate in decision making, and responsible for future building of APPNA. My friends, you cannot go back and change the beginning, but you can work on what you have, and you can change the ending. ये अपना हमारा सपना है, ये अपना हमारा सपना है, ये सपना हमारा अपना है. Let's work together and make APPNA even better. Thank you for listening.
Dr. Durrani, please come to the podium for 3 minutes.
Good evening. I am humbled and honored to be nominated for the Secretary of APPNA 2020. Before I say anything, I would like to thank the Election Nomination Committee for conducting this candidate debates. It's a lot of work, and it shouldn't go unthanked. APPNA has been like our family. My children have grown with APPNA. APPNA has been a family for us outside the family of Pakistan. There are many times when my children in the recent past have been talking about what is going on in APPNA. And even a couple of days ago, one of my youngest son, he asked me, will there be summer convention next year? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of my introduction. I'm a graduate of Nishtar Medical College. I have been associated in serving APPNA for more than 15 years. I have been chair of several committees, including membership committee, international trip organizing committee meeting, the spring meeting, and as well as winter meeting, and have been member, co-chair, and advisor for several other meetings as well. I'm deeply aware that secretary's position comes with a great level of responsibility. We need somebody who can play the role of a leader and bring people together. Recently, the outbreak of unfortunate events have caused us distress, not only among the membership, but these things have been going on in the media and other places outside as well. This is very distressing. We are family. We can have difference of opinion, but the mutual respect, civility needs to be followed all the time. We need, where we are today, we need to find out why where we are today. And in my view, there are several things. One of the things is that we are, the personal egos, our personal egos have, as time is up, our personal egos have been, personal egos is one question. The other thing is there are so many ambiguities in our constitution and bylaws. Those needs to be fixed. So I'm going to come back and say a few things, and I'm just asking you that I am a candidate for Secretary 2020. I am asking for your full support and vote. Thank you very much.
In the same format, I will request Dr. Aftab Khan to please come to the podium, pick one of the questions, and please hand over to Dr. Ahsan Rashid.
Dr. Aftab Khan, the question is, what structural change and governance changes does APPNA need to minimize self-projection?
APPNA as an organization should be ran by principals, not by individuals. I will propose to make following changes. Number one, cable should be appointed for 5 years, not 1 year, so that individuals cannot influence it. Ethics and Grievance Committee should be appointed for 5 years, not 1 year, and legal and counsel should be part of it. If help needed, they can get help from the legal counsel of APPNA. Elections of APPNA, as are happening now, I think it will be better if we can do it for 3 years term, because 1 year term sometimes is not enough, and 3 year terms might be a better term. Then I will also request that we should get our constitution and bylaws. It should be rewritten by a third party with the help of our senior members, and whatever differences or changes need to be made, they should be made. I think I'm going to work on those things.
Dr. Durrani, 1 minute, your take on this question.
So APPNA was formed more than 40 years ago, and it has grown exponentially. And the constitution and bylaws has not followed the growth. So basically, every time a president came, they made a suit which fit them, and the next president came, and they did not, when the suit did not fit them, they changed it. So we have made so many patches in the amendments and bylaws that it has created so many ambiguities. It has resulted in self-described interpretation of constitution and bylaws. So my first thing is going to be that we need to do constitutional and bylaws changes under the supervision of a third-party constitutional expert, so that there should be no ambiguities at all.
Dr. Durrani will take the second question. I'll request him to pick one envelope out of these and hand over to Dr. Umar Atiq, please. Thank you.
Dr. Harun Durrani, how do you propose to lead APPNA so as to improve the governance and financial discipline? And this question was sent by Dr. Zahid Asghar.
Yes. I apologize. I have a little hearing problem. My hearing aids, with the background noise, I can't hear properly. The question was, how do you propose to lead APPNA so as to improve the governance and financial discipline? I have alluded to some of it, that we have to revisit the entire constitution and bylaws. We need to run this organization as a professional organization. There has to be continuity. One president comes, everything changes, they do stuff which is for that particular year. The next time, the next executive committee comes, and then everything is just basically turned upside down. We always start from the bottom, bring it up to a certain level, and the next day we start from the bottom again. I think it is very important that and this is, changing constitution and bylaws is a very tedious and time-consuming thing. I think we should do it in a proper manner. We should develop consensus. And once we do that, this is going to address most of our problems and issues, hopefully. And as far as the finances are concerned, I think there should be automatic audits. There are internal audits and external audits. And every now and then we need to have some type of forensic audits as well. Council should not have to pass a resolution. Council should not have to pass a resolution for forensic audits. And it's very unfortunate that some of the executive committee, most of the executive committee voted against that.
Dr. Aftab Khan, your take on this question, 1 minute.
APPNA as an organization should be run by principals and not by individuals. We are passing the budget of 1.3 million each year and then leaving behind only $25,000 for the next president. My friends, our budget income mainly comes from 5 sources. Number 1, meeting gains. Number 2, lifetime dues portion. Number 3, annual revenue generated from membership. Number 4, donations. And number 5, election members and their fee. If we continue like this, our budget will only stay $1.3 million. My vision is called Vision 2020. It means we need to establish a dedicated desk in APPNA office. That desk is going to be called fundraising desk. The sole purpose is going to be to raise the funds. Second, 20% should be saved, 20% should be spent in the United States on philanthropic, and 60% in Pakistan. Thank you.
And this concludes our today's program. Thank you so much for joining us in this debate. Oh, again, I forgot. 1 minute for closing remarks. I'm really sorry. First, with Dr. Aftab Khan. Concluding remarks for 1 minute, please. Thank you.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. A leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. My friends, I started APPNA as a busboy. The first task I was given was to get all the members coming to the meeting, pick them up from the airport, and bring them to the meeting. And I'm proud of it. I have risen through the ranks. I have done membership, committee chairs, meeting chairs, and now you have groomed me, trained me, and I'm ready to be your next secretary. Please give me your vote, and I'll be the best secretary APPNA has ever elected. Thank you.
Dr. Durrani for concluding remarks. 1 minute. Thank you.
There is a perception that APPNA belongs to few, not all of us. That needs to be changed. And I am going to work as much as I can to change that concept so that the ownership belongs to the members and they should get it. As a member of APPNA, we all want best for the organization. My opponent is a very decent and a nice man. I'm very friends with him. But we have a different style and different personalities and different priorities. I believe in working together cohesively and with unity of purpose. I believe all the issues and conflict can be and should be resolved within the organization. In the end, I can assure you that I am committed to serve APPNA, and I will be your representative, your voice in the executive committee. I ask for your support and vote.
Thank you very much. This concludes our today's program.